Let's talk about powdery mildew. No, this is not powdery mildew, but let's talk about powdery mildew. Hey guys, Sean from Living Seeds, your seed guru. Today we are talking about powdery mildew and what you can do about the disease that you are guaranteed to get in your vegetable garden. We're in our seed production fields, and this is golden zucchini over here, and you can see, if you've watched the video on seed production, you can see that these golden zucchinis have got cable ties on them, which means that they're full of pure seed. However, what's happening is we are starting to see powdery mildew spots popping up across our pumpkin fields. And there's a couple of things that you can do for powdery mildew. But first, let me explain to you what powdery mildew is and how you can reduce the incidence of powdery mildew in your vegetable garden. The first thing that you need to know is you need to be able to identify between silvering, which is a natural leaf pattern, and powdery mildew, which is not natural and we don't want it on our plants. Powdery mildew is a species-specific fungus. So the pumpkin and squash powdery mildew only affects pumpkins and squash. The tomato powdery mildew only affects tomato plants. The powdery mildew is not transferable between species, which is like a real bonus. So that means that you don't have to worry about this powdery mildew going onto a different species of plant. However, the powdery mildew, it comes into your garden on the spring rains, and everybody's waiting for the spring rains, and the rains are fantastic, and the rains are great for the garden. And the problem is the rains and the wind that comes with the rains brings diseases like powdery mildew. So what do you do to reduce, first of all, the incidence of powdery mildew, and how do you tackle it once you've got it? So looking at this golden zucchini plant, golden zucchini or these marrow zucchini plants are known to be bush type plants, but if you have a good look over here, you'll see that this plant is actually growing up. It is running, but it's running very slowly. So it looks like a bush, but it's not really a bush. The important thing that you need to do is that you need to find these old leaves and cut these leaves off. So these old leaves that are looking a little bit phylep and looking a little bit damaged, these are the leaves that are going to cause the disease. So you need to go through the plant and you need to cut away any of the older leaves, and you remove these old leaves. And basically what you are doing is you are, first of all, you're cleaning up the understory of the plant, making sure that there are no diseased leaves at the bottom, because those leaves that are taking strain, these are the leaves that are actually going to cause the disease. Well, I've broken that one anyway, but these leaves are the leaves that are going to actually create an environment for powdery mildew to take hold. So the idea is you want to clean out the bottom of the plant, bring air into the bottom of the plant so that any rain, any moisture, any watering that you've done, that dries out as quick as possible. So you can see the number of leaves that I've taken off of this plant over here. And it might be a little bit distressing because you're taking all of these leaves off the plant. The plant needs the leaves to produce sugar, to produce seed. Yes, but these plants, you know what squash plants are like. They just grow like the blazes. So this plant is going to be fine. It is a little bit traumatized right now, but the plant is going to be fine. And what this does is it reduces the humidity at the lower part of the plant and ensures that the plant can dry out. If the plant dries out, your incidence of powdery mildew, first of all, is reduced. The next thing I want to show you is the two products that we use on Living Seeds Farm to combat powdery mildew. What is the correct amount of poison to give to your children? The answer is 0. On Living Seeds Farm, we only use organic methods. I want to teach you how to grow organically, so like and subscribe. On Living Seeds Farm, we use two products to combat powdery mildew. So above trimming your your plants, trimming the old leaves off the plants, we use two products. This is the Endomet Madumbi Disease Pro. It is a fungus that eats the powdery mildew fungus. And this is the Soygro Péllos, which is a bacteria that eats fungus. The Disease Pro comes at 3 little sachets like this inside the box, and you mix one of these sachets into a liter of water, which you will then spray on your plants. What we like to do on Living Seeds Farm is we would like to alternate. So right now, we have just seen the very first incidence of powdery mildew. So we will now start spraying these products alternatively. So 1 week we will spray the Disease Pro, and the following week we will spray the Péllos from Soygro. And what that does is it destabilizes the powdery mildew. So I did say to you earlier that there was one kind of powdery mildew, but there are a couple that will attack the squash or pumpkin family. So what you're doing with the Disease Pro 1 week and the Péllos the next week, you're constantly destabilizing the powdery mildew fungus in your vegetable garden. With the Péllos, I'm really excited about this product because it's 3 little vials like this, and each vial contains billions of bacteria. And you can dilute 1 vial in anything from 1 liter to 20 liters of water. So it really goes a long way. And this is a bacteria, and the bacteria eats the fungus. It's a really, really exciting product. Using both of these products alternatively, we have found absolutely phenomenal results in destroying powdery mildew on our crops. The important thing to remember when you're trying to tackle powdery mildew in your garden is don't wait until you have a problem. Start spraying these preventatively before you have a problem. So late November, early December is the time that you need to start spraying. I think today is the 5th of December, and we've already been spraying in our show garden. In our production fields, we are starting to spray today. When you are applying either the Disease Pro or the Péllos, what you want to do is you want to spray above the upper leaf surface, and you want to spray below the lower leaf surface so that you're catching the fungus on both sides of the plant. We use 2 different types of blowers on Living Seeds Farm. We'll use the hand pump that you saw earlier, and then we use a backpack motor-driven mist sprayer, and it just depends what we are trying to achieve on Living Seeds Farm. One of the things that I really want you to understand is that you cannot use the same backpack sprayer that you use for copper soap as you use for either one of these 2 products. The copper soap will actively kill both fungus and bacteria. The nice thing with the mist sprayer is that the mist is pushed out under power, and it tends to circulate automatically on both sides of the leaves because it has been driven out with an actual motor. Final tips on powdery mildew and a quick recap. So before we start the recap, one of the things that I want to discuss is people saying you can't compost powdery mildew leaves. And the answer is you can absolutely compost powdery mildew leaves. The concern is that you're taking leaves with the powdery mildew fungus and introducing it to your compost heap, and you will in turn be introducing that back into your garden, and it'll infect all of your other plants. As we discussed earlier, powdery mildew is a plant species specific fungus. Now that's a mouthful. I had to try 4 times to get that right. So it's like I said, the squash powdery mildew only affects squash. Tomato powdery mildew only affects tomato. Swiss chard powdery mildew only affects Swiss chard. They're not cross-compatible across species. So that is the first bonus. The second bonus is if you have powdery mildew in your garden, composting the leaves, it doesn't actually matter because you already have powdery mildew in the garden. And your goal is to control it and not eradicate it, because you're never going to eradicate it, because this beautiful breeze that we're feeling right now is carrying powdery mildew spores into your garden. So you're introducing the bacteria from the Péllos product, you're introducing the fungus from the Disease Pro product, and that bacteria and that fungus needs powdery mildew to survive. And the exciting thing is, you're looking for a balance in your garden. You want a balance where the powdery mildew is suppressed, but you still have the fungus and the bacteria actively working in your garden. If you eradicate it, you need to come and buy the stuff on a monthly basis from me, which for me is not a bad thing. For you, you don't really want to do that. So the recap, first thing is, you want to be trimming your plants. Any old leaves on the plant, trim the old leaves out, put them on your compost heap. The second thing is, start doing preventative sprays before you have powdery mildew. If you do preventative sprays before you have powdery mildew, you can run the whole season all the way through to autumn, and these plants will be absolutely fantastic. The important thing to remember is that you are not going to get rid of powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is going to be in your garden. It's guaranteed. You get it every single year. You're going to get it this year. You're going to get it next year. So work out how to control it and enjoy your garden with the minimal amount of powdery mildew. Guys, I'm signing off on powdery mildew. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.